I'm the first person to ask. I asked for all of my productions. I'm producing 5 films, 5 shorts this year.
Oh, wow.
And when I approach investors, that's the first thing I tell them. I say, I'm producing 5 shorts. Do you want to be involved in one, or do you want to spread your money across all of them?
And you ask your family first?
Oh yeah, I always ask the family.
With the 5?
Yes, and they told me no.
That's what I thought.
My family was like, no,
5,
yeah, 5, you know. But it's funny because my family told me no, and then at one point I sent them an email. It was like a mass email to all my family members, and I said, hey, you know, I'm raising money for a film. And they never responded to the text. And I was cracking up because they thought I was kidnapped or something.
No.
I was like, come on now. But anyway, you know, it's different things like that. But I was fortunate because I have friends that believe in what I'm doing. And, you know, they don't think this is pie in the sky because they understand. Every time you're watching a movie, every time you're watching TV, you're watching somebody else's project.
Yes, you
That's
are.
what you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so in your opinion, what is a person who has spent their money well, and as opposed to someone who's just wasted? Wasted their money. Give me examples.
Yeah, it really depends on what your ultimate ROI was and what you're trying to accomplish with the project. In the film industry, if I have a budget of $100,000 and I only spend $80,000 of that, or came in under budget, yeah, I consider you spent that well, okay? But how much did you make? You know, you could spend as much money, you know, you could spend under budget, but did you make anything back on that?
Right.
I think it really boils down to having a marketing strategy in place, knowing your outlets, knowing your distribution channels, being able to say, okay, I'm going to develop this film, but can my film pass the sniff test and go beyond my family and friends purchasing my stuff? You know, can I get this to mass market? What type of mass market appeal do I have out there? And that's what you aim for, mass market appeal. But another thing is that my goal is to focus on societal impact films, things that can change opinion, change you know, perception across the board. And with that being said is that I may put $100,000 into a film and don't want anything back because I'm trying to get something across to the public. It's more of a public service.
Socially conscious.
Yeah, socially conscious. More of a public service announcement at that point. I know a lot of producers do that. You know, they just want to get the message out there, and that may be their coup de grace. Say, hey, this is all I want to get out there before I pass away. So you never know. It may happen.
Right. Okay, so that kind of leads to this question. Why would a person that you're coming to, what reason do you often give them to invest in this film, whatever it is?
Well, usually the people that I approach I want them to be involved in a long-term strategy. I want them to understand that there's an opportunity to make money, but there's also an opportunity that you could lose. Those people that you're dealing with, you never ask money from people that don't have it to lose. That's the name of the business, okay? When you approach people, I tell them why I'm involved. I tell them the story first. Like if I had a Tonya script, I would tell them the story. This is a story about this, that, and I'll go down everything. Then I'll tell them why I'm involved, and then I'll tell them why they should be involved. So that's really is a 3-step strategy. And most people will be like, okay, I get it, I understand, you know, I can make this so much money, but I also like the story. Because investors get involved based on different messages in the story. They may like the message, they may like the script, they may like the person that wrote the script, or they may want to be attached to the artists or the actors that are a part of the script. You never know. They may want to see their name in lights with the person. So you never know. You never know what people's main motivation is. Yeah, so it can happen. But my thing is to make sure I can sell it to you, to make sure you understand that there are bigger things that you can get involved in as well down the road. Yeah.
Okay. What do you consider a successful project?
Under budget, on time. I would say under budget and on time, and you know, something that's breaking box office records. You know, that's what I consider a successful project. But you know, a good piece of art. Film to me is an artistic asset. That's all it is. It's an artistic asset. It's something that's beautiful. You've packaged it up, and it's an asset that you can either put on your shelf or sell later. You know, so that's how you have to look at it. And you know, a lot of business. I'm a businessman through and through.
NBA,
so,
of course.
Yeah. So it's show business for a reason, and you have to look at it like that. You have to be able to take something that's beautiful and package it up for sale. That's what it is.
Okay.
And also, it's somebody else's project, so you got to keep that in mind as well.
True.
Yeah.
True. Okay. So tell me about the rough road. Tell me about the lessons you learned when you bumped your head, when somebody else bumped their head. What? Give me that.
I think the biggest thing is that when you're going through the you know, the movie industry, you know, it's the entertainment, bottom line. And so you can have ideals and you can have goals that you want to try to accomplish, but the biggest thing is communication, making sure you have everything spelled out. Okay, and what is your contingency plan? A lot of people don't have a contingency plan. One thing I've learned is to never get behind a project that I can't fund myself, because investors, you know, they will disappear. You know, you will have somebody promise you something, and then they disappear at the last minute. So never count your chickens before they hatch. You know, you want to make sure you have all your eggs in the basket before you even produce a film. And those are the biggest, I think that's some of the biggest lessons I've learned in this industry.
Just to have a cushion for
just
yourself.
To have a cushion,
just in case something.
Yeah, because things can happen. I would never take on any project that I knew I couldn't fund myself, you know. Okay. And that's not really a good business model to be in, but me personally, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. If I take on a project and if I'm raising money for it, first thing the investors ask me, well, how much are you putting towards it, you know? Yeah, they do. And you have to be able to say, oh, well, I can match you, you know, 50-50, you know? So different things like that. Because if they know you have it, they wonder why you're not taking a risk as well. So you have to be willing to put some skin in the game. You know, even from the artistic point of view, you're going to meet a lot of starving artists out there that don't have any money. But if you don't have any money to put towards this project, what are you bringing to the table? What else can you bring to the table? Do you have a resource that we can use to get something discounted? But those are the lessons that you learn as you're building, you know, bringing a project to life.
So you want the writer or whoever the artist is to bring their own resources, money, whatever also.
Well, yeah, they can. They don't really have to, but if they don't have it, you know, yeah, so be it. You know, we have to work our way around that. And that's not expected. And most people don't have it. Right. But what else can you bring to the table? You know,